Hello everyone. So in this lecture, I'm going to explain how to use the Shannon's theorem to write the expression from the truth table, as well as how to design a multiplexer diagram from the Boolean expression. Okay, so these are the two topics we are going to discuss in this lecture. Let me move to the topic, Shannon's theorem. So have a look at this. One truth table is given. So in this truth table, it is in a 3 input. It is having 3 inputs, x2, x1, x0, and 1 output. So 3 inputs, 8 possible combinations. So the combinations starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so for this combinations of input, the outputs are having certain places the values are 1 and certain places it is having zeros. So see, for the first combinations it is output is 0, second combination is 1 and 0, 0, then 1, 1, 1 and again 0. So now we are going to apply the Shannon's theorem in this truth table to write the SOP expression separately as well as the POS expression separately. So SOP expression means, how to write the SOP expression from this truth table means, in which are all the places the outputs are having the values 1, we need to take that corresponding combinations of inputs separately. So according to this SOP, see 1, 2, 3, 4. In 4 places the outputs are is equal to 1. So we are going to consider those 4 combinations of inputs alone for writing this SOP expression. Similarly, for POS expression, the outputs are having zeros in certain places. So those corresponding combinations we are going to consider for writing POS expressions. So those places are the first, this one and this one here and this one. Okay, so this is what Shannon's theorem, that is from the given truth table we are going to write the SOP as well as POS expressions separately. Okay, so have a look at this. So first I am going to write the entire truth table in the Boolean expression format, f of x2, x1, x0. So for the first one is it is 0, 0, 0, all outputs are 0. Sorry, not all output. All inputs are 0. F of 0, 0, 0 means the first combination. So 0, 0, 0 it is indicates x2 bar, x1 bar, x0 bar because it is in a SOP format. Okay. Second combination 0, 0, 1 C. It is 0 means it is bar, 1 means it is unbar. Similarly 0, 1, 0, so bar, unbar, bar. Okay. So in this way we are going to write all the given 8 possible combinations. Okay. So after writing this Boolean format, then for writing SOP expression, we need to consider only the f values are equal to 1. So it is having 4 places the values are is equal to 1. So those 4 places are 1, 4, 5, 6. So 1 means in binary representation it is 0, 0, 1, and 4 means it is 1, 0, 0, and 5 means it is 1, 0, 1, and 6 means it is 1, 1, 0. So have a look at the previous table. So 1. So this is 1, 0, 0, 1 and 4, 5, 6. So these places the outputs are is equal to 1. So that's why for writing SOP expression we have been taken these combinations alone. Okay. So after writing this expression in proper SOP format, so we know that how to represent minterms, summation, small m, then what are all the combinations are having values are equal to 1, 1, 4, 5, 6. So now SOP expression was written. So POS expression, the outputs f is having 0 in some of the places. So those combinations are called as POS expressions, that is max term. So see, this is again I'm going to write. First I'm going to write all the expressions in terms of max term format. See, first combination 0, 0, 0. In max term combination 0 means it is normal, that is unbar, 1 means bar. So see, x2, x1, x0. There is no bar here because all values are zeros, but in between plus symbols will be there. It indicates this is in a max term. Okay. Then see 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0, 1. So 0 means unbar and 1 means bar. So in this manner we are going to write for all the given 8 possible combinations of input After writing these combinations, we know that for which are all the combinations, the output f is equal to 0 means f is equal to, from the truth table I am writing 0, 2, 3, 7. So these 4 combinations outputs are equal to 0. So let's take these 4 values from this table. So that is this one, number 2, this one, and number 3, and number 7. Okay, so let's take these 4 combinations separately. This is 0, this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 7. Then we know that maximum representation is, it is caps pi m. Okay, and the numbers are 0, 2, 3, and 7. So now we have been written SOP and VOS expression from the given truth table using Shannon's theorem. Okay, right. Next, we'll move to the next topic. So implement the following Boolean function using 8x1 mux. Okay, so this is the given Boolean function. Min term is given, right? So have a look at this. Summation is given. So min term is given. Okay, so have a look at this. 15. The value 15 is given. So they have been used 4-bit combinations. Okay, because for 15 we are in need of 4-bit values. That is 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the equivalent binary value for number 15. So definitely we are going to use 4-bit representation. But our required design is 8x1 mux. So our required design is 8x1 mux, but we are having 16 combinations of inputs. So what we are going to do means we are going to do that merging operation. That is, in 8x1 mux, how many selection lines are needed? As per the formula, that is 2 power n is to 1, so 8 is to 1. So 2 power n, which is equal to 8, so n is equal to 3. So 3 selection lines are needed for this 8x1 multiplexer, but here 4-bit representations are given. So in this 4-bit, 3-bit is going to act as selection line, and remaining 1-bit is going to act as input. Okay, so for that, now I'm going to construct the truth table first. So how to construct the truth table means, let me tell you. So that is, first write the data, that is for 8x1 multiplexer we are in need of 8 data. So D1, D0, D1, D2 and D3, D4, D5 and D6 and D7. Okay, so here let us take 4 inputs are A, B, C, D. In this A, B, C, D, I am going to consider B, C, D are selection lines and A is inputs. So first, what I am going to do means, so this one is I am going to consider A bar value and this is I am going to consider A value. So let's write all the combinations from alphabets from 0 to 15. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So what are the inputs values are given? 0, 1, 3, 4, 8, 9, 15. 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 3, 4, 8, 9, 15. These are the given minterm values. So let's mark this minterm values with the parentheses inside the table. That is 0, then 1, and number 3, and number 4, and number 8, and number 9, and number 15. Okay. So first step is create the table with the required inputs. So we are going to design using 8x1 mux. So I have been written 8 values D0 to D7. Okay, and we are having 4-bit representation, but we are in need of only 3 selection lines. So one more bit is going to act as the input. So that is I am going to take as it is in A bar and A. Okay, right. So now I am going to find this D0, D1, D2, D3, D4 and D7 values from this table. So how to find these two values means, if both values are having parentheses, see 0 is having parentheses and 8 is having parentheses, so this place value is equal to 1. Okay, Similarly, D1 in both places parenthesis is there, so this value is also 1. If both are not having parenthesis, then this value is equal to 0. If only one place is having parenthesis, look at the left side variable, it is a bar. So let's write down that particular variable allowed. Again here only one place, so it is a bar. Here nothing is there, so 0. And here also nothing is there, then 0. Here only one place, so the equivalent variable is a. So now we have found all the 8 data's inputs. Okay. So let me draw the block diagram of 8x1 multiplexer. So this is 8x1 multiplexer. Okay. So I'm going to write D0, D1, D2 and D3, D4, D5 and D6, D7, and my 3 selection lines are BCD. Okay. So these are the selection line and this is output. Now what is D0 value? D0 value is equal to 1. So here I am going to give the values are 1. Otherwise you can connect this is with a 5 volt power supply. Okay, and what is the D1? D1 is also 1. So let's connect this. D2 is 0. So we can connect this D2 with a ground. Okay, this is 0. And D3 is what? D3 is A bar. So let us take one input as A and give here as a NOT gate. So this is A and this is A bar. So D3 is A bar, so A bar is connected, and D4 is also A bar, so D4 is connected. And what is D5? D5 is 0, so 0 is here. Let's take a line from here and connect it to D5, and D6 also 0, so connected to 0, and D7 is A, so let's take from here and connect it to D7. Okay, so now we have designed the given, this is a given function, 4-bit representations are given. So for this 4-bit combinations of inputs we have designed using 8x1 mux. Okay, so the simple thing is, first understand the concept and identify how many inputs and selection lines are needed for the required design. Okay. So 8x1, the required design for the input is 8 input and 3 selection line. But we are having 16 combinations of inputs, but here we are in need of 8 combinations, so we need to reduce the number of combinations. So for that we are going for the merging operation. Okay, so for that we need to first construct the table. So we are in need of 8x1 mux only, so 8 inputs only we are needing. So I am going to write it is from D0 to D7. Okay. So after writing this D0 to D7, we need to write all the possible minterms. That is a 4-bit representation. We can write from 0 to 15. So write the proper order. First start from 0, 1, 2, 3 in the first row. Then start from second row. The continuation of the first row, that is the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, now according to the given values, just mark the values in the table. Then simple concept, if both the places are having parentheses, then that value is equal to 1. Yes, we know that the concept is A plus A bar, which is equal to 1 now as per the Boolean law. See, A bar is marked and A is marked, so add it together you will get 1. Okay, so nothing is having parentheses means we can't be able to add those two things, so automatically the answer is 0 only. So here A bar is equal to 1, that is A bar is marked, so A bar plus 0 which is equal to A bar only. Okay, so once these values are identified, then draw the block of 8x1 multiplexer and mark the input, selection line and output. Then as per the data from these two tables, then connect these 8 data with proper inputs and values. Okay. So in this way we can design multiplexer from the given Boolean expressions. So I hope you guys are understand. So we have discussed 2 topics in this lecture. One is Shannon's theorem, another one is the design of a multiplexer from the given Boolean expression. In the next lecture also we are going to design a few more topics from this multiplexer design from the Boolean expression. Thank you.